Welcome back on this channel, and in this video we're talking about how do you stop seeking for external validation. How do you stop being insecure? How do you stop being indecisive? How do you stop being needy and start becoming more confident, believing in yourself, making your own decision, approving of yourself, and truly feeling worthy and confident about you, your life, what you're doing, without needing that external validation. And this is so important. You cannot live a happy, rich, successful life if you're constantly feeling needy, constantly looking for validation, looking for attention, looking for love everywhere around you. It will always put you in a weak, insecure, unworthy, not good enough situation. And that is going to bring out a lot of insecure behaviors. You'll be indecisive, people-pleasing tendencies, refusing to say no when you really want to say no, trying to meet other people's needs instead of your needs first, lacking solid boundaries, not respecting yourself, your time, your energy, not seeing your self-worth, beating yourself up, feeling a victim, all these kind of things. They all stem from the same thing, which is how you see yourself, how you value yourself. It has all to do with your self-worth. And there are two things in particular that I notice with my clients when it comes to seeking external validation. Two common patterns that seem to be the case with a lot of people that feeds that pattern of seeking external validation. I want to talk about those two things and what you can do about it. And from my own personal experience, when I was in my early 20s and my teenagers, I was seeking external validation on steroid. I was very good at it. I was a people pleaser. I was one of those nice guys, very indecisive, just looking at what do I need to do for people to like me, doing all those things. And it's never something that is going to bring you any lasting fulfillment, any lasting confidence, any lasting form of respect, or any lasting form of self-esteem. So if you're experiencing this in your life right now, know that it's possible for you to change, and that the key lies between yourself in your own perception of yourself. Because the first thing that I notice is this: people who tend to seek external validation tend to be very tough on themselves, meaning they tend to be very critical, very devaluating of themselves, belittling themselves, feeling themselves lesser than others. And that as a way of feeding your insecurities. Because think about this. If your confidence, if your self-esteem, your self-worth is like a balloon, right? A big balloon, and your inner critic, that devaluating, that beating yourself up, that being tough on yourself, that being critical of yourself is like a sharp needle. Every time you do that, you're poking that confidence, that self-esteem balloon. And so you cannot have a healthy dose of self-worth and confidence if you're constantly attacking yourself, if you're constantly being critical of yourself, if you're constantly putting yourself down or telling yourself that you're not as good as others. So what you're going to do is that you're going to reduce your level of confidence and you're going to increase your level of insecurity. And when you do that, you become obviously seeking that validation that we all crave, because it's an act of seeking love. That's what we really seek. Love, feeling safe, feeling heard, feeling seen. And so if you don't feel it inside, you're going to look for something to fill up that void, whether it's another person, whether it's a lot of money, whether it's more success, whatever you think, wherever you are projecting that need, you're going to be seeking it from it. And nothing like relationship is usually where the place we seek it the most, the opposite sex. Yeah, and so we become needy, and because we are needy, because we're insecure, we put a lot of emphasis on getting that validation. That means that we tend to not be authentically ourselves, because what if I get rejected? What if people don't like me? So we tend to behave, we tend to act based on what we think other people want. Right? We tend to do what other people want first. We tend to meet their needs so that in exchange they meet our needs. So there is this form of hidden give and take. Okay? But this also affects the way you make decisions. Because if you seek external validation, you also seek external permission. So instead of making your own decisions about what you want, what's best for you, because you lack that confidence, because you lack that self-worth and that confidence to make especially the important decisions, you're going to rely on others. You're going to seek advice from your friends, from your family, from your mom, from your dad, from your boyfriend or girlfriend. What do you think I should do? What's the right thing to do? And the more you do that, the weaker that decisive, confidence, worthy self, the weaker your own inner guidance becomes. You have to become your own person, making your own decision, thinking for yourself, even if you make the wrong decision, even if you don't know what's going to happen. This is what will set you apart. This is what will make you a leader. But this is also what will raise your confidence the most, when you start making your decision, when you start doing what you want. And so the most important thing you can do here is to start talking about yourself differently. You gotta stop being critical of yourself, and you gotta start praising yourself. You gotta start valuing yourself. You gotta start seeing yourself as worthy. You gotta start seeing your needs, what you want, who you are, as being good enough. Your needs are important. What you want is important. And you have the right to go after what you want. You have the right to make your own decisions. And you have the right to do everything you want to do without hurting others, of course. But this is so important. You gotta step in and take control of your life. You gotta validate yourself. I know it sounds redundant and easy and be, oh my God, I could have told myself this, but you gotta fucking do it. Because knowing won't do shit for you. You gotta do it. Are you actually keeping that pattern of going out there and seeking external validation, or are you taking control of what's happening in yourself? Are you stopping that inner critic? Are you sticking all the things that you're doing? Are you appreciating yourself? Are you building that new self-image? Or are you just talking and thinking about it? Because this is something you must do, nobody can do for yourself. It's about taking ownership and responsibility for your life. And when you do so, and when you take courage to make those decisions, to go after what you want, to ask yourself, what do I want here? To put those boundaries into place, to express your feelings and your needs, and to communicate openly with other people. And all of this takes courage, because you're gonna feel a lot of fears, you're gonna feel a lot of discomfort, you're gonna feel a lot of things. But you must push through those things. And when you do that, you anchor that new self-image, because you're never gonna feel as good about yourself than the moment you break one of those fears, the moment you step up for yourself. This is when you start to feel truly confident. Progress equals happiness. When you step up, you by default feel good about yourself. And now you can use that momentum to be, to set an example, to set this first stone of the new foundation of your life. If you want to stop seeking external validation, start valuing yourself, start giving yourself what you need, meeting your own needs, and doing it without being apologetic about it, but simply know that you deserve it. Let me know what you think down in the comment, guys. If you have any question, if you need any help, I have a 30-day Better Life program that is designed to break those negative habits, to help you transform your self-image, to help you unleash that successful, self-worthy person that you are. If you're interested, you can go in the link in the description down below and get started now in your personal transformation. With this, guys, thank you for watching this video. As always, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Be well.